So let's talk about the composition. Today's seminar is on principles of composition, and we have some illustrations in the handout. You can read that and then think about the paintings you have done in the yesterday's practice or before we come to the workshop, and give us examples. For example, the first group is two lines composition, and the main illustration you can see two arrows, right? Can you tell me what's behind this principle? I didn't write any notes. I want you to elaborate. So what do you see in this first illustration on the left?
When you say what's behind it?
How to make two lines beautiful in the composition?
The movement, for one thing.
Okay.
The way that moves.
Movement, direction. There should be a dominant direction, so they don't go opposite or like a X or they should be dominant and supporting roles.
So the eye's not confused.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good point. Movement, yeah, it's very important, especially with Chinese brush painting. So we need to have, for example, this illustration. So the movement also has to do with directions, like from bottom up is most common with plants. But you can also paint from top down.
Mm-hmm.
That's wine plants like wisteria, right?
Yes.
So follow the natural movement, the natural way. So you don't want to against that. Occasionally, we also do horizontal movement. Can you think about anything like that? It was a plum, maybe, so there's an upward movement or diagonal movement, upward. There's also...
when you're drawing a hardscape, like a bamboo stick against a flower, could that be horizontal?
Yeah, horizontal. I did the three variations of a plum, in which I did the first one upward, which is an impression of the music, entitled Towards the Moon. If you go back to I will put my illustration in the video so you can see, just imagine Towards the Moon, the first composition. The second one, I did diagonal from one corner to the other, downward. That's inspired by the title of that middle section called Passing Through the Clouds. Yeah, the third one is the third variation in that piece of music called the plum, three variations of plum blossom. It's a very abstract, called Crossing the River. So I did horizontally the stroke like that.
Okay.
In that composition, I try to avoid the exact Z shape or X shape. So I will talk about the Z and X, S shape later. So it's more like Z shaped composition to me. But you can start from one end to the other, just more horizontally. Branches like a tree, you can do that, across horizontally. Okay. Here there are some Chinese you cannot read on the first line. Let me translate and you can put the notes. So in two lines composition, you need to make one long, one short. One long, one short. Right? Can you give me an example on the wall here?
The one at the left?
Yeah, this one we did, right? One long, one short. Alright, let's take a look at this one. Yeah, one long, one short. The second is, can you tell, just from the illustration, the second from first row, Are you following me?
Mhm.
Huh?
Yes, second box.
Okay, yeah, one what, one the other.
Would be one larger.
Yeah, one large, one
small.
small. So you can read the Chinese. You get one big, one small. That could be a flower. You know, one big. It could be any flower. I just make a lotus. One small. One big, one small. Right?
Yes.
Okay. The third one, make a guess.
One bushy and one less bushy. Like one filled up and one less.
Yeah,
filled
yes,
up.
less. You got the keywords. Many, one less. One filled up. Yeah, that's good. One dense, one filled up, one less, one sparse, or one, one more, one less. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Okay. That's the Chinese saying. One 一多一少. One more, one less. The fourth one, it doesn't have any hint. Let me translate that. One vertical, one horizontal, but they're not exactly horizontal or vertical. The tilt, tilt lines. If you have two lines, one more or less horizontal, the other vertical. Okay, and you can scan the rest 10 illustrations, and maybe you'll find someone that appeal to you, you like.
So these are variations.
Yeah, these are the variations. Just example. You can create those yourself. Okay. And
Can I ask a question
Yes.
regarding the biggest box?
Uh-huh.
You know how it's going upwards? In painting, can we turn it upside down, like this way?
Yeah, you can exactly.
So
That's a
is
good
that
question.
okay?
Yeah, that as I mentioned, if that's the nature of the plant, with lotus it might be awkward unless you introduce some storm force or like you can put it upside down like that, flip this picture. But in some subject matters like cherry blossom, you can do that. So it could be, going this way, two lines, one long, one short, downward. However, there's a general, I think we call it idea. In Chinese, 写意, this kind of freehand painting is known as 写意. 写 means expression or writing, literally writing. We don't say paint, we say write. We write painting, write ideas. 写意 means idea. So in Chinese brush painting, the idea comes first. What kind of idea? It could be a mood or a description of that kind of picture. Majestic mountain. Majestic is an idea, or very tranquil or serene, or that kind of. So that would suggest what kind of picture you would produce, including. It starts with the composition. It has to do with composition. If you want to paint a majestic mountain, of course you have to do the composition that way. If you want to do a lake view painting, a tranquil, very peaceful lake, then the horizontal.
More horizontal.
Yeah, composition, right. So that's the idea. So when you paint downward stroke, you need to make it hang, like a swing in the wind. That kind of flower, especially like wisteria, I'm thinking of. So if you do wisteria downward, that's perfect. Did I answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Any other questions on two-line composition? Can you tell me what kind of composition is fitting with this lotus? there are two lines, right?
Two lines. What circle? This.
Yeah, one big, one short, one small. Yeah, the stem. Yeah, and
This.
yeah,
This the third line.
yeah. It's a two-line composition to me, and also fits into some other composition patterns or models will come later. So, and also let's take a look at this Maribel's painting on the other side. What kind of composition we talk? This is similar to the other one we did, but you added some leaves, right?
Yes, we could still use one long and one short, one big and one small,
Yeah.
and then in relationship between the two lotus leaves, I could say one is dense and one is sparse in terms of
Or
the
dark light.
yes, the thickness of the painting, density. So
Yeah.
we've used
Try,
three.
to compose with the opposite elements, opposite poles sometimes. Yeah, so that's very interesting to me.
It could be also the comparison between the more dense grass against the stems of the leaf and the lotus leaf together. They are not as dense as the background. So that's another thing I see there.
Yes, I agree. Dense and sparse. The sparse means the white area, the negative space. So dense and sparse has to do with negative space. Okay. And then let's go to the next group. It's a three-line composition. Which lesson you have first encountered this? Do you think?
The orchid.
Yes. Okay. And maybe iris or this kind of flowers. Let me show you what you need to pay attention with the three-line composition. The first one, when you paint an orchid or a branch or birds of paradise, you're thinking to create heaven and earth division, or you divide the heaven and earth. You can start the earth here or here or here. You know what I mean? Okay, let's say if we start from here. Well, this could be straight, right? I try to follow the classical way. So you separate heaven and earth. All the other strokes will follow. This is the first one. This creates a dominant movement direction. The second one, this we call the main stroke. The host stroke, if you want, the host branch or the host line in abstract sense. The second one should be supporting. So classically we do a smaller, shorter, weaker, whatever you call it, but more or less follow the first one. So that's you can do the opposite, like from right to left, the same, or from the bottom up. So host and guest. Of course, the host is long, big, heavier, or more dominant. The second should support, not yet make a turn. This is the third stroke does, what the third stroke does. The third one, we make we call this a turning branch or variational branch. Usually it make a directional change. Could be the other direction, but not completely different. You cannot make this one just towards the bottom. Right? It's just a left to right side change or a variation from the main direction. What this does is basically, you can see how this white space are divided. You can add more to this. So we also, this is how the orchid works. Just add more strokes along the same. So that's how orchid important. You can see that it's all based on three-line principle, right? You can keep it simple, just the three major leaves, and then some secondary small leaves on the bottom. That's pay attention to how you can use three lines to make a complete composition. We call that perfect simplicity. If you can do that, you're graduated from this lesson. You passed the test. Okay. That means you cannot paint just on the corner. This is small. You have to do. You have the one stroke. There's a chi or energy that takes the space with one stroke. Right? If you do the stroke correctly, you let's just follow this big box. If you do the line, you divide the space into two, then into more. You don't have to think about the line quality at this point for this class. You can just draw a simple line. Then the next step is you can improve your calligraphic strokes. But this class is focusing on the principle of composition. So you see this space where you need to add. After that, that's important. So the composition, even you make some mistake on the line, if the composition is good, I give you 50% in the class. Right?
Yes.
Even though you make a perfect, brush stroke, but if it's not in the right place, or it might just destroy the whole thing. Right?
That's very helpful. Yeah.
Okay. So you have to make a good composition. So even there's no bad stroke in a good composition. Okay.
So that's the main core
Yeah.
of the picture.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Can you show an example of how to make this apply with the earth in the middle? Because that's where I struggle.
Do you mean you should not start from the middle, right? Let's talk about the golden rule. Is what you mean?
So, because you mentioned earlier that the earth can be from the top, from the middle, or the bottom. So
you mean
if I started the orchid
from
no, on this right side, but more in the center. Yeah,
this
right
one?
there. Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Okay, let's talk about that. Here's what the Chinese golden rule is. Have you heard of the term golden rule?
Yes.
When you take a picture, you should avoid the center. And the golden roll is about 1/3, right? But in Chinese, we have a classical way to do that. You can fold the paper or draw this kind of guidelines, just like the grids. If you draw this, these are the focal points good for the painting, no matter what shape of the paper is. That avoid the center, of course. So these 4 points are good to start with.
So we avoid the one in the middle.
Yeah,
Okay.
we should also avoid this middle, no middle point. No, not directly in the corner, not directly in the center. Do it here or here or here. I think these are the good spots for focus. It could be flowers, not necessarily the roots I'm talking about. So let me give you some examples. So do you get this?
So the places that you would have your
Yeah, it's like the golden
main
rule.
focus would be where the circles are?
Yeah, so basically here or here or here are the good part. To put a figure or put a bird, that's what. Okay, if you start from the center, is what you
Yes,
talk about.
yes.
You will start from
Right
here.
there, yes.
Uh
Because I've seen paintings
huh.
starting from a little higher than the left or right corner.
Oh, okay. So you can make it
Yes.
it's like on a cliff.
That's right,
Okay.
that's right.
Yeah, I think then you do it like that, right? It's like crossing of this should make a turn actually. So now even I forgot this principle. When I try to adjust it, I apply the principles. It's not too
Okay.
late, so you can make a turn to the top. But that's a minor branch, so you can keep the main scene stronger.
So the same rule applies, except that it's
Then
just...
you can go outside the frame and come back. Yeah, you can put a
Rock.
a rock or something. To make the ground for the orchid and the flowers. So we don't not try to do the complete painting, but you need to perceive the painting in a quick millisecond. You get a picture of the composition. That's the essence of the painting is the no matter how detailed you go, it's just this these drawings. Like you should perceive them as a abstract composition. So not only the solid part, you should see the white part. All right. So that's the third. The 3-line composition rule.